and it's something that I'm paying close attention to because I'm here like, Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Smashbrush. For today's video, I'm going to be reviewing another product from Patrick Starr from his One Size brand, and it is actually his all new ultimate setting powder along with his ultimate puff. I'm really excited to be showing you guys this just because I feel like he's been like low-key coming out with things that I have been loving. If you guys didn't see one of my previous videos, I did get to do basically a full brand review of all of the things that he initially launched his brand with. That included his eyeshadow palette, his liner, his makeup remover, the wipes. So there's a lot of things there. So if you guys are interested in that, go ahead and check it out. I'll make sure to leave that link in the description down below. So we're gonna be talking about the difference with baking, with setting, with this specific product, as well as like price points and quantity and all of that good stuff. So if this is a video that you guys are interested in, then just keep watching. And without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, so we are up close and personal now. I decided that I wanted to do my complexion and my face makeup in front of you guys. That way I get to apply the setting powder once my foundation is like freshly put on and just all of that, rather than me waiting for the concealer and foundation to crease and to just settle. So when you open up this setting powder, oh wow, this actually looks really pretty. So it has like a nice pinky shade. If I'm not mistaken, his palette also has like a nice pink background kind of thing with like red lettering. So I guess that's kind of like the aesthetic that he's trying to go for with his brand, which is really nice. By the way, if you guys want to know any kind of update as far as like his previous stuff that I purchased, I will say till this day I'm still using his liquid liner. I love that liquid liner. I honestly, it's officially replaced my Stila liquid liner. And I also decided to purchase a full-size One Size makeup remover. I forgot what it's called exactly. Oh, the Go Off Makeup Dissolving Mist. His other stuff that he came out has also been really nice, but I guess I haven't used it as much because like, well, if you want to know why, go ahead and check out my review on those products. I'll go ahead and put the link in there as well. So anyways, let's move on to today's video. So I'm going to be doing my foundation first, and I like to do my concealer, then I set, and then I do contour, highlight, and all that good stuff. For foundation today, I'm going to be using the new NARS Soft Matte Complete foundation. I don't know how to pronounce that word, Vanuatu. I'm just not even going to try it. So medium 3.5. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this part, and I'll be back once my concealer and foundation is freshly put. Okay, so now that I have my whole base set, I'm gonna go ahead and rip this thing open, and I'm honestly excited because I'm always looking out for like the newest things to see if they kind of exceed our expectations. You'll never really know if you're gonna find your new holy grail product until you try it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this out really quickly. I just like to make sure I do this before I apply some powder again, because if there's any creasing going on, usually powders will set it and it won't move. So I did go ahead and I removed the little plastic piece. This right here, once you do remove it, it does give me the feels of like the Cover FX powder, because it does have like this really nice protector. So when you open it up, it looks like this. It has this logo, One Size, and basically the slant from the O and the S, it has an opening here, and that's where all of your product comes out. So what we're gonna do real quick is we're gonna put some right in here. Oh, and it does have a good amount that does come out in here, so that's pretty nice. What I want to do is that with one side, I want to go ahead and actually bake using their puff, and then on the other side, I'm going to be using just a regular brush, and I'm not going to be bake. I'm just going to do like a light setting, because I do know that not everyone does like to bake, and I'm actually one of them. I don't like to bake for too long, just because I feel like my under eyes can get a little bit more drying. But if I leave it there at least for like 1 or 2 minutes, not like the end of the world. It's just my personal preference. So I think I'm gonna use this corner, because obviously look what I did. Come on, Adrian. Okay, I'm trying to get to like the very, very inner corner. I know puffs are used in different ways. My gosh, speaking of puff, I have not used Tati's puff in a really long time. And one of the things that I did enjoy about hers was the fact that it was like nice and pointed. Hold on, I'm gonna wipe this off real quickly. I do wanna see the effect. Oh, it's actually really nice. So when I like to set, it's a little weird how to explain it, but when I like to bake on myself, I like to set it first, make sure it's nice and even, and then I'll put the baking on top. I know this might defeat the purpose for some people, or they just might say like that's not real baking, but this is what works for me. And this is also a way for me to ensure that everything is like really nice and evenly placed out. There have been times where I'll go ahead and I'll put on a little bit, but it'll kind of skip skin a little bit, if that makes sense. And then it's like there's not setting powder evenly throughout, so then you see some kind of lines. So to avoid that, that's what I like to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and with this brush, I'm just gonna lightly go over it, and I'm just like getting rid of some of the powders and then go over it again just to nicely set everything. So in the meantime, I'm gonna set the rest of my face. I'm gonna put on a little bit over here throughout, and as well as right here. And now with this puff, I'm just gonna go ahead and apply everywhere else a little bit, make sure everything really stays settled. And I feel like this is how he goes ahead and like sets his stuff. I'm not doing that too much. I'm just like lightly going in and going like that. I think for him it helps out because I know he did mention like he has the beard and he has to shave every day. So let's give it a minute and then I will dust this off. All right, and time is up. I'm gonna go ahead and then just dust all of this right off, and we're gonna see if it did anything. Oh, so I could definitely see that this side is a lot more like brightened than the other side. I will say though that on this side, my concealer still looks really nice and smooth. This is actually pretty good, guys. As far as like the under eyes section go, like everything seems really nice and put. I'm gonna step off for like 2 seconds, finish the rest of my face, because I do wanna see how like my powder contoured and bronzers and all of that go on while I have my foundation nice and set like this. So I will be right back and I will give you guys my official and final results. Okay, so I did a pretty light contour. I finished the rest of my eyes as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually bake the bottom part right here, because one thing that I actually found pretty interesting with this puff is the fact that there is a nice slant for you to really bake in that really straight and nice motion. And we're gonna go just about like that. I don't want it too high, but I think this is a pretty good amount. And now I'm gonna go ahead and just set this side as well. And I know I said set, I meant bake. We actually already did set the foundation with this. So while you guys get to see my white beard, I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my face. Actually gonna be going in with the Jaclyn Hill highlight palette. This palette is called the Flash palette. And I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this right here. Do a little bit of the tip of the nose and right here. Actually, I kind of want to bring this a little higher. I haven't done that in a while. I don't know if I overdid it, but at this point, oh well. I'm gonna go in with my MAC blush called Blush Baby. I honestly really like this color because it's so nice and light. I don't like my blush to be too strong, but I do like to apply a lot without it being too red, if that makes any sense. So I like being able to go in with a light blush because I can build it up as much as I want and overdo it in a sense, but it really isn't overdoing it. And now I'm gonna go ahead and finish off with my lipstick. Now that we are officially done with the entire face, besides the obvious part that I have to dust off, we're gonna go ahead and remove this. This is honestly beautiful. Now that we have officially finished our makeup, I want to go over a couple of different things. First things first, I want to talk about the packaging. I honestly think it is very cute, very soft in the eyes. It's just very comfortable. It is like a matte blurred out plastic product, not too heavy. So I know not that many people are always so big about packaging. I honestly love packaging, which is why I like to talk about it. But the next thing I will talk about is also price point. So this is right at $30. So I want to compare the price point and the amount with a couple of different other setting powders that I do use. So this one in particular is an 1.2 ounces and this is at $30. So it's actually not too bad. I think the price point is pretty well and the amount of it is actually really nice as well. So I want to go ahead and compare it to Laura Mercier's translucent setting powder. This one comes in 1 ounce, but this one's at $39, so basically $40. So technically it's a $9 difference and it's 0.2 ounces less than this one. With Cover FX translucent powder, this one has 0.35 ounces versus 1.2 ounces, so there is a huge difference, and this one is at $35. So actually the difference between these two is this can go into this product just about 3 times. So for the next one that I want to compare it to is one that I actually use all the time. I just ran out of it, so I don't have any more. But this is what I even use on my bridal kit, and it is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Setting Powder. This one comes in 0.71 ounces for $34. So it's also another one that is more expensive and it comes less in product. And these are just a couple of different examples. So he's definitely trying to price point his things in more of like the mid to like higher end products, except I think he's totally winning as far as like the amount that is in there. But we also have our things that sometimes we're willing to splurge in a little bit more money as long as we get the product that we actually love. Again, just something I wanted to mention and put out there. Now, as far as the actual product itself, to be honest, I'm actually pretty surprised. I can be a little bit picky with complexion products. Even if something is hyped up and people love it, I will always try to be as transparent as possible. So for some time now, I've been using the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Setting Powder, and so far nothing has really come close to it as far as like the coverage that it gives, the way it sets your foundation, the way it allows for new products to be kind of put over it. But this one is actually one that I can consider using on a daily basis. There is no fragrance in it, and honestly, it really softened my skin. I feel like my skin doesn't look way too powdery, but it has that over powdered effect. So sometimes we really want to mattify ourselves and we really just want everything to stay nice and put. So I honestly feel like my face will not budge with this. I can honestly expect that because of the kind of person that Patrick Starr is and the glam that he does. Mind you, he says that he has to shave on a daily basis. There's a lot of shade and shadows that he does have to use to cover himself, and just the amount of makeup that you have to use to really be able to achieve that is a lot sometimes. And I know for a fact that like powders was like one of the things that he was like really known for. I mean, I think so many people have seen it like in his videos where he's just like over powdering the crap out of his face, and that's why I was like really curious about this product. I can't say I love it 100% yet, just because I feel like with makeup sometimes you got to try it out a little bit and then you get to really see how you truly like it, how it wears throughout time, how many times you wear it can also either break out your skin or not. So it's just little things like that that I still have to take into consideration. But I will say right off the bat, like this, my skin looks amazing. It feels amazing. It doesn't feel too heavy. It allowed me to apply my contour and all of like my cheek complexion products really nicely. If this is the way I'm gonna end up looking towards the end of the day and nothing budges and moves, this is something that I can possibly replace my other powders with. A lot of people do know of his brand, but I feel like it's not so out there as much as like other things or when there's like drama filled things. And I feel like if more people were to give his brand a chance, you can actually see like how great they really are. His brand has been surprising me more and more, and it's something that I'm paying close attention to because I'm here like, I can definitely say like he is not coming out with like crap products, and I think it's definitely worth a try. Now I will say with his puff, this is definitely more of like a personal preference accessory type of item. I don't think I would necessarily use this again unless I'm gonna go ahead and bake down here, but even with that, I really don't bake as much. For other people that love to bake their face, this might be the kind of product that you'd like. The only concern that I have is that it was really hard to get right there in the corner. I know you can go like this, but with the stitching, I don't think that's the way you want to go about it. I know you can also just bend it in like this. It just seems a little bit thick for me. And this concludes my review, guys. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You're already here, you might as well do it. Give this video a thumbs up, comment down below on anything that you would like to see. And once again, thank you so much for watching today's video, and I will see you guys in my next video.